Imagine being so overwhelmed with commitments that you're constantly stressed, always tired, and never fully present. Today, for many students in college, that isn't imagination, but it's reality. My name is Piper White, and my speech is called Saying No and Setting Boundaries. My first 3 main points is really over commitment, learning to say no, and setting boundaries for your mental health and your mental growth. As a student athlete myself, I have learned how powerful it is to say no to others so you're not constantly stressed. So first I want to talk about the commitment. Overcommitment brings a lot of stress, pressure to be involved, lack of sleep, and even bad academic performances. Being a student athlete myself, I am 100% always overcommitted. I'm always wanting to go and do things. I always want to be involved. I always want to be the person that is at the top though. But my stress level is up here when it needs to be down here. I need to lower my standards and slow down so I'm not always overcommitted for things. I need to learn how to balance my sport and my academics because right now they're equal. I need to let my sport come down just a little and let my academics go up just a little. Being overcommitted can cause a lot of burnout. You don't want to be burnt out on things because you probably enjoy the things that you do, but the more and more you do them and the more committed you are to doing them, then you're definitely going to be burnt out. Second, I want to say no. Learn how to say no to others. Saying no improves focus, time management, choosing priorities, personal perspective. You're always busy, and your self-care and protection. If you learn how to say no, then your focus is going to go higher. If you learn how to say no, your time management is going to go higher. The more that you learn how to say no to others, the better your mental health will be. Stand up for yourself and say no. It's not going to be, it might be hard, but it's not going to be terrible. If you look at it from my perspective, being a student athlete, I have learned how to say no to others. If they want to go out one night, I'm going to say no because I need to focus and balance my priorities over going out. So stand up for yourself and say no. Third, I want to talk about setting boundaries for yourself. Setting boundaries isn't just for today or tomorrow, but it'll come back to you in the long term. It supports your mental health and your growth if you do set boundaries. You need to build strong boundaries at that. If you don't set boundaries, then your emotional health is probably going to be lower on yourself because you don't really know what to do or what's going on. You need a lot of personal motivation. Setting boundaries is going to let you have that. You're going to be way more successful if you do set these boundaries. And me, with my own life, I do set boundaries for myself. I really know how to focus on setting this boundary here. So if people try to poke in, then they're not going to be able to get in because I'm focused on me, my mental health, and my mental growth. So to narrow it all down and to come to an end, I just want to say pause, think, and just learn how to stand up for yourself. Don't do that extra thing and be overcommitted. Learn how to say no to others and set the high boundaries for yourself so in the long run, you'll be the best version of yourself. You need a really strong mental health game for you to be able to go to the collegiate level or be at this best university from where you're from. Just whatever you feel like, you will need to know how to not be overcommitted. You need to learn how to say no, and you need to set boundaries for yourself. Thank you.